Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Solo Leveling, Episode 12, Arise. I believe, and I'm like 95% sure this is the season finale of Solo Leveling, which overall, great episode, fantastic season, way to kick things off, and I think they picked a really good place to kind of leave things be for now. I did see online that they definitely announced that there's going to be another season that they're already working on, and I also believe I saw maybe a notice or something on social media that the studio had planned at least 6 seasons of this show. I don't know how long the original material is, but definitely I feel like 6 seasons you could definitely tell a really fun story there. But let's talk about this episode. And we're gonna get into spoilers, so if you haven't seen this, make sure to go watch it because it is so freaking good, so freaking good. So, as last we left off, Jinwoo was fighting off this like room of infinite, villains and knights and mages and stuff. After completing his fight with the Red Knight, uh, and he begins to lose. Right, he's running out of stamina. He's running out of stats. He lost the transportation stone to get out of there, and he starts imagining people that he's worked with before, like people from the party in that big dungeon, and even his old self, like the design of the character, how we met him, like this tiny puny kid, um, just kind of looking down on him and talking down to him, saying like, "You think you have gotten stronger? You haven't. Like you're still this like lowly, worst hunter, the weakest hunter, E-ranked hunter." And so he starts having a lot of conflict as he's about to lose, or maybe be killed by all these knights. He's transferred to the penalty zone because he didn't complete his. I guess because he was taking on this job quest and maybe it's taken longer than he thought. Um, he's transported to the penalty zone, and in the penalty zone, he's a lot stronger than he was the first time we saw him go there. Right, so he gets enough time to heal. He gets enough time to take a break, rest, get more, work. He works on his inventory, which is hilarious. He buys a new sword that's especially built to go through armor. So he gets ready. He gets a chance. Now, I think the question in the episode, and even he wonders himself, is this happening because of luck, or is this happening by design of whatever this force, whatever this game is that's kind of pushing him to level up? But yeah, he comes back great. He starts he starts just wrecking shop with all the. He figures out that he's got to take out the mages because they are the ones reanimating the knights and stuff like that. So he figures out the trick. Throughout all this episode, we keep cutting back to the S rank hunters and the party. Um, they've been going to this island, and I think that's gonna tie into the after credit scene. So we'll talk about that in a second. But after he finally beats all his enemies, Jinwoo unlocks a new class, Necromancer, and he realizes that now he hesitates to change classes because he knows that he hasn't been putting a lot of his effort into intellect, and I think necromancy and any kind of magical class like you would require a higher intellect, but he accepts anyway. As to the game kind of really prods him to accept. Like after he declines the first time, it's like, this is really rare class. Like you should really accept it's not that upfront about it, but it's pretty much what the game is saying. So yeah, he unlocks Necromancer, and this gives him a new skill to create his own shadow army. And then he realizes that the stronger he gets, the stronger his army is going to get. So he definitely says that I will not be leveling solo anymore. He now has an army behind him, including after a few tries, he is able to reanimate the Red Knight that he fought in the last episode. So his army is looking fantastic. Primo, maybe he can go with his army into that castle that he was not able to go to after defeating the three-headed dog earlier in the season. So that's kind of where the episode leaves us. It is a whole new world and a whole new set of skills for Jinwoo to conquer. But we do have an after credit scene where it appears that as part of the mission, the S ranked hunters find out that the creatures that are coming out of the world are evolving. Now, is this connected? to Jinwoo's evolution himself, or is this totally unrelated? I guess we'll find out in the future. But it is interesting that we're getting both announcements that Jinwoo has a different class now, and also that the creatures are changing. I feel like those things are connected because Jinwoo's powers or his abilities came from a dungeon, right? So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm sure if you read the original material, you know exactly what's going on. But we people that only watch the anime will have to wait and see. So very excited. Fantastic season. I have reviews for every single episode of this season. Make sure to go check them out. They're on the channel. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.